Salve a tutti, qui Doc Basil e siamo tornati su Starfield e l'ultimo gameplay è stato un macello. Io non ho capito nulla, sia a livello di cose accadute, che mi sono perso prima nell'astronave del collezionista là, poi c'è stato uno scontro a fuoco sulla città di Atlantide, su Nuova Atlantide, e adesso niente, devo tornare alla loggia dopo aver salvato i miei compagni dall'aggressione del cacciatore. Vladimir è sopravvissuto, meno male. Che bello. Io sto gioco lo perdono perché ho degli ammiti troppo belli. Quindi gli perdono tutte le famose sbavature proprio alla Bethesda tipiche. Allora, vediamo, sganciati. Allora, dobbiamo andare alla loggia. Che è successo? Non posso atterrare. Ma perché non posso atterrare alla loggia? Cosa è successo che mi impedisce di... Qui posso atterrare. Qua non posso atterrare da nessuna parte. Ma perché sta cosa? Forse mi ci devo avvicinare. Non capisco. Sono entrato da un'altra parte per... Ok, vediamo se da qui forse si è bloccato. Che succede? Mannaggia. Ti stolti, lo dici a qualcun altro. Dove scappi? Vivi? Ok. Mo ci posso arrivare, vabbè. Non ho capito cosa è successo. Andiamo a vedere come sta messa la loggia.
Hey, Sarah. Sarah, can you hear me?
Oh, è viva, madonna che colpo.
Stop.
Ah, ok, no,
Did
sì.
you get it? She's got one foot in the pearly gates already. We're gonna finish this thing for you, okay? Sarah? We'll solve this mystery, I swear.
Io ho visto che si muoveva, in realtà era lui che si stava.
She's gone. Come on.
Ma che sta succedendo?
Let's get going. There's no changing anything now.
Vasco!
I appear to only be seriously damaged instead of critically damaged. Fortunate. That you are likewise relatively undamaged is also preferable to the alternative.
Ma tu sei vivo, cioè è morta Sara ma non lui.
Long enough. Noelle, she might still be in danger. There's a secret door in the basement. Leads right to the well district. That would have been the safest route for her to run.
Porca miseria, che colpacci di scena. Cioè non mi aspettavo la morte di Sara addirittura. Questo è sopravvissuto,
It
Matteo.
went quickly after you left. We held him off while Noelle escaped through the basement. There's a door that leads to the well.
Oh, ma la morte di Sara non me l'aspettavo proprio. Beh, ma io ho dovuto fare questa scelta perché mi si era riportato contro l'intera città praticamente per colpa del cacciatore. Per colpa del cacciatore, per colpa di qualcosa che è successo in gioco e che è sopravvissuta, sembra. Oi.
Stay back! I'll... Oh, thank God. I still have the artifacts, but where do we take them?
Ah, there you are. I wasn't expecting you to run to the eye.
Che sta succedendo?
You! You're not getting the artifacts!
Yes. Let's see if they can slip.
Dove sei? Guardate, qua abbiamo un conto in sospeso, eh. Ma devo scappare, non ho capito. Fuggi alla tua nave, cioè. Quindi è la stessa cosa di prima, non è cambiato niente. Ho solo perso Sara come... Cioè il sacrificio di Sara è stato praticamente inutile. E non sparerò neanche un colpo perché sennò qua succede come... ma tu non corri? No, vabbè, vado alla nave, vediamo se... qua si è bloccato tutto. Questa parte è molto confusa, eh. posso spararvi, se no poi succede il macello. Forse se facevo l'altra scelta perdevo tipo solo Vladimir e non Zara.
Start the takeoff sequence! Now! If he follows us into space, maybe we can get away!
Quell'altro urlo allegro. Presidente fosse.
What are you going to do with the armillary?
L'armilla.
I wonder. Oh, please. You don't want to end up like your friend, do you? There's a greater purpose to all this. You might have a larger role than I will. Keep collecting the artifacts. Maybe you'll glimpse the unity and...
E quindi? Vai sull'occhio. Che casino. Quindi alla fine la mia scelta ha causato, diciamo, la morte di Sara. Secondo me se facevo l'altra scelta, quella che avevo fatto inizialmente, avrei perso probabilmente Vladimir. E ogni volta non riesco a capire come cavolo attraccare. Io riesco a capire perché non riesco mai ad attraccare su ste cazzo di cose. Devo premere sempre A prima. Quanto la fanno complicata ogni volta. Cioè, mettimi direttamente che c'è l'opzione attrack e fine.
You're back. Thank the blackest sea that you and Noel are safe. So, we slipped from the Starborn's grasp. We need to talk locks and bolts. Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work.
Hunter, he probably found us because
Okay.
we're somewhere. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without search.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain.
Posso costruire un avamposto con sistemi difensivi sulla mia nave. Un avamposto sarei anche... Ma secondo me dovevo raccogliere tanta quella roba e fare l'avamposto.
Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav.
Here, keep the artifacts safe.
Ora puoi costruire l'armilla sulla tua nave, nei tuoi avamposti. Ok, vabbè, quindi doveva semplicemente darmi... Ok.
Come on, we've got artifacts to secure.
Ok, saliamo a bordo. Potevamo rifare Dorante invece di Sara. Forse mi farà vedere come costruirlo. Ora puoi spostare l'armilla. Gli attacchi di avversari saranno più frequenti ovunque la collochi. Ok. Ok. Ok, va bene, salviamo. Mi dispiace per il fatto di Sara, però ormai è fatta, quindi... Che dobbiamo fare? E qual è la prossima missione? Torno alla loggia. Poi magari provo a costruire un avamposto, però mo mettermi a fare un intero gameplay dove costruisco l'avamposto non mi sembra il caso.
As wonderful as living worlds are, look out for predators.
Quindi abbiamo Sam con noi. Però io sto messo male. Io vi farei una dormita sulla nave per recuperare. Andiamo alla loggia. Cioè quelli sono morti là così.
We should be heading back.
One day, I'm gonna leave New
Fai bene, scappa da Nuova Atlantide finché sei in tempo.
Constellation has
I
suffered
need to be
losses
checking everyone's
before,
vitals.
although
Now really isn't
none
the time.
quite so
I know.
violently.
Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk.
Cioè?
Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but...
I guess it couldn't hurt. I've heard the Keeper's a pretty insightful guy.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
I've been lost in thought.
Everyone seems more distant in the lodge. I guess that is to
Tu
be
sei
expected.
forte e ti devo
I wanted
portare.
to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. You seem to be acclimating well to I think none of us were. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization.
Okay.
If I may, from what you have seen, I cannot tell if that is a compliment or an attempt to. I have a very different background from the rest of Constellation. I carry myself differently. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. Why should I be? It was necessary for survival. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have... Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. I lack his charm. He puts other... That is kind of you. You also have a lot
Flirt, dito.
going. I find... I know this seems trivial. Perhaps childish. By a group, Thank you. Discussing these things is challenging for me.
Ok.
I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me.
Ok. Però come faccio a
The
farla?
lodge feels a little colder than it.
Tu che vuoi?
Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to tell
Cioè,
that girl. If Cora leaves her tools out one more time... I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times. Oh, next time I see her, I'll paste on a smile and ask her ever so nicely to pick them up. I mean, this is between me and you. But, I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers.
quindi
Had a partner.
ancora sapeva essere la figlia.
Million Hearts. Man, we were like fire and ice. She's one of their top rangers, so they keep her in the field a lot.
Quindi ancora viva la madre.
That's how she likes it. Is it? Shit. Sorry. But what I'm talking about doesn't make sense if you don't... Well,
Cioè?
you know, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking, what a colossal mistake I made. Me. A father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. Yeah, sure don't feel like it. And it's something you said to me. About parents wanting children to learn from them. Now that Cora's getting older, that's what haunts me. I've I've done things. I try to be better for Cora, but maybe. I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not exactly swimming
No,
with
infatti.
options here. Her mother, like I said, another story. And what, have her raised by Jacob, my dad? I'd sooner ship her off to Vladimir.
Povero Vladimir.
You think? Well, she does say the damnedest things.
Ah, mi sta facendo
If she just
approfondire un po' i
learned to pick up
personaggi.
after herself, she just might. You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're
Io però è lei che voglio portare che era forte.
Not sure when things will feel. I'm at your side.
Looks like it's tag you're it, Andreja.
Tag indeed, Sam. We will see you later.
Ok, vieni tu. Allora, salviamo. Tu vieni con me.
The lodge feels a little colder than it used to.
Ok, fuori Anderson gliele faccio. Allora, andiamo sulla nave. Equipaggio. Va bene. Allora, dobbiamo parlare. Parla con il custode di Aquilus. E dirigiamoci verso di là. Ma vediamo dove sta soprattutto sto posto. Sta stesso qui? Sì, a quanto pare. Mi dispiace troppo per Sara, perché era un personaggio che mi piaceva. Ci aveva fatto socializzare comunque con Sara come personaggio. Vediamo dove dobbiamo andare mo.
They build a monument to the
Keeper
people they
Aquilus,
lost,
can we
but
have a
not the
moment?
people they killed.
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
Ma che è questo? Il Papa di
No, she figured
Papa
that out a
Galattico.
while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds? Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else?
Ci stai a far perdere tempo, Matteo.
Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
Nel Sanctum Universum. Posso entrare anche senza di lui? Guarda, faccio anche la parte di uno che si siede.
Oh, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly...
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is
Sì, ma...
anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning.
Cioè?
There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every...
Ok.
This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity...
Solo questo?
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them
Una
each...
parte della verità, ok.
Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a
La sua
code?
tomba. Ma questa è proprio figa sta cosa.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and
Ok. A parole con
the
loro.
Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens.
Ok.
The rune worshippers are more enigmatic. But there is a lone zealot.
Interessante.
I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be...
I'll stay here with the keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Quindi fai vedere un po' che abbiamo. Allora, parla con la prigioniera di... La prigioniera Varun, parla con la casa degli illuminati. Andiamo a vedere. Io faccio un giro. Se alla fine abbiamo solo parlato. Andiamo di qua. Penso di qua si va. Vabbè, noi andiamo a caso e vediamo dove ci portano i segnalini. Penso che quello ci porterà al pozzo. Quindi parliamo con gli illuminati.
I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with people I do not know.
Ah, quella può essere che sta laggiù, c'è l'USC. Quindi vabbè, siamo tutti qua praticamente da... con cui parlare. Facciamo tutte e due. Buongiorno.
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Oh, we're not. Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. Our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But
Okay.
there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter.
Il vagabondo.
So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the
Il problema del 2.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Ok.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of...
Andiamo però con la prigioniera, magari è un po' più utile.
As a tracker agent, might you...
Sono state molte chiacchiere a vuoto. Cioè questa cosa del 2 non mi è chiara. Non mi ha dato molto. O forse io non riesco ancora a vedere molto.
Just doesn't add up.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask. The great serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all that is the truth. No more, no less. Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down.
Batte il miscredente,
But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found one. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120.
Okay.
That is all. I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a then we are done.
Torna dal custode. Torniamo dal signor custode. Che sto a fa qua? Dove è l'uscita? Di qua. Ogni tanto mi perdo in questi... Potrei mettermi una piccola mappa in alto. Parliamo anche col custode, ci troviamo a questo punto.
New Atlantis puts on a wonderful show of security, does it not?
Che belle queste strutture.
I do find that
Ogni volta dico il gioco è bello, uccide qualcosa, si rompe qualcosa, quindi mo arriverò lì e tipo sarà esplosa la chiesa là del custode. Allora, di là.
I feel...
Oh! Oh. Guarda, mi siedo, faccio proprio la parte.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? planets are often named by number. That's second.
Cioè?
What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates.
Ma sono le stesse cose che ti hanno detto a te, perché adesso ti stai illuminando?
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting, let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in? Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place.
Figo.
And from there, maybe you'll find the true... Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. I know you're looking for a specific unity. And once you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist, you will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find... So you're committed to keeping yourself from seeing unity as anything other than... Well, I won't keep you any longer. This is...
Trovo la tua verità. Ok, raggiungi in 2 secondi. Bene, e io penso che ci fermiamo proprio qua. Finiamo proprio con questo... con l'obiettivo di dover andare a cercare la tomba del pellegrino. E quindi niente, ci vediamo al prossimo episodio di Starfield. Iscrivetevi al canale, lasciatevi un commento. Qui è Doc Basil e ci vediamo alla prossima puntata.